Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin and for today's video I'm going to be doing a book unhaul. This is a video that I haven't done in like a year, I think. I did one around like November of last year, so it's been a little less than a year, and I don't like clear out books that often just because if I've spent money on a book I don't necessarily want to get rid of it. I do want to give it a chance, but these are books that I just genuinely don't ever see myself getting to, and they're taking up space on my bookshelf and I am already running out of that, so it feels good to clear out and just kind of not necessarily have a fresh start, because it's not like I cleared out a whole bookshelf. I have like maybe 10, I didn't count, so if that's wrong, don't come for me. But I don't have that many books to get rid of, but it still feels good to just kind of say, okay, I'm not gonna get to this, and just kind of be honest with myself. So let's get started. Some of these are middle grade and some of them are books that I just never knew anything about and I just don't even care. So I had to be honest with myself. Some of them I was like, no, I'll read it, which is why I didn't get rid of it sooner, but if we're being honest, it's not gonna happen. So first we're gonna get rid of all of the books that like I don't think that anyone even cares about or knows about. The first one being Off the Page by Jodi, I don't know if it's Pico or Picoult. I've heard it pronounced both ways. And I believe her daughter, Samantha Van Leer. I think this is about a girl who falls in, I think this is about a girl who falls in love with a book character, and then they're able to like actually connect and he comes out of the book or something like that, or she goes into it. I have no idea. I'm never gonna read it. The next two actually go together and they are The Alchemist and The Magician, both by Michael Scott. This is the Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel series. They were interesting when I started them, but I started them like when I was 12, so it's just not gonna happen. They are beautiful. I think that these covers are stunning, which I think is why I've held on to them for so long, but if we're being honest, I'm not gonna read them. I honestly don't even remember what they're about. I think there's a brother and a sister, and I think I picked them up because it said Nicholas Flamel and I knew that that was like a Harry Potter character, but these have nothing to do with Harry Potter, so at least I don't think. Next is actually a pretty popular one on BookTube, and I saw the movie for it and it was good, but I don't have any interest in reading the book now, and I'm never gonna read any of the other books. And that is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I got like 70-ish pages into this and it was boring. The movie I actually really enjoyed, but this is just never going to happen, and since I saw the movie, like, I'm pretty pleased with that. We're good now. I don't care really anymore. As horrible as that is, the movie was really interesting, and I hate being one of those people who's like, the movie was good, I don't need to read the book now, obviously, because I enjoy reading books, but that I don't want to waste my time with this book. It was a struggle to get through this first 70 pages, so it's just not gonna happen. The next one is one that I picked up right when I like first found BookTube, and it had like recently come out, at least I think anyway. And so I was like, oh, like I have to buy every book that I see anyone talk about, and that is Saint Anything by Sarah Dessen. I have no interest in this. Again, I like don't even know what it's about. I think it's about this girl who like becomes or like helps out this family after her brother goes to jail or something, and the whole town knows about it, and it's super embarrassing for the family. And she becomes like really close with this other family, and there's a romance with her and the boy that in the family that she became close with. That's it. I don't think I'll ever read a Sarah Dessen book. It's not that I have anything against her, but I've tried to read them before and I just don't have any interest. The next two are actually adult romance / contemporary books. The first one being Landline by Rainbow Rowell. This is again part of just that whole I have to buy every book that I see anyone talk about on BookTube. I think this is like dual timeline. I had never really read a Rainbow Rowell book, and a lot of people had talked about her, and I saw this one and I was like, oh yay, okay. But I'm never gonna read it. The next one is one that I started. A lot of people have loved, but also a lot of people have disliked it. And I was like a third of the way through and I was hating it, and I'm just never going to read it. And that is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. This is about a girl with Asperger's and a guy who is a male escort, and her family is putting pressure on her to have kids, and she's like a little bit socially awkward, and so she's never really had any romantic experiences, and so she hires this male escort to teach her what to do essentially, and they end up falling in love. But I was just kind of cringing the whole time. I didn't really like it, and it was a struggle to get through, so this is another one that I'm just saying goodbye to. The next one is one that I like heard one person talk about once, and I was like, okay, yeah, like that sounds interesting, but I'm never gonna read it, and that is Never Ever by Sarah Sadie. This is a Peter Pan retelling, and it sounded kind of dark and like the Once Upon a Time like way that they told Peter Pan, and for that, like, I was really intrigued. The back says, I, Wiley Dalton, solemnly swear to never ever grow up, never ever turn into my parents, never ever fall in love. Wiley Dalton has always dreamed of staying young forever. Then she meets Finn, who makes her dream a reality. Life can't get much better than partying all day on a tropical island where nobody ages past 17. Can it? And I believe this was a duology, but I just don't care to read it. I'm not interested anymore, and I don't think it will ever happen. The next one is one that sounded interesting, but I think it's more like middle grade, and had it been more young adult, I might be interested in it. Not to say that I don't like middle grade, because some of my favorite series are middle grade, but this is just one that I don't think I'm gonna like. I think it's gonna read really young, and for that I'm just not gonna connect to it at all. And that is Deep Blue by Jennifer Donnelly. This is about mermaids. That's all I really know about it. The back did sound really interesting, but again, if I'm being honest, never gonna read it. I've said that 100 times in this video. Next one is one that I was like, hey, people on BookTube have talked about this, I have to buy it, and that is 1,000 Nights by E.K. Johnston. This is a retelling of, I don't know if the classic is 1001 Nights or Arabian Nights, but it's the classic of that story. It's a retelling of that classic, and honestly, I think I've held on to this because the cover is beautiful, but everybody says that this is really confusing, and I started to read it and I was like literally completely lost. It's never gonna happen. And the last one is one that I saw on Book Outlet for super cheap, and the synopsis sounded interesting, but I saw the Goodreads reviews and they were not good, but I decided to try it anyway because it reminded me of like the Red Pyramid series a little bit in like the third book, and which is The Serpent's Shadow by Rick Riordan. Plus, this cover was stunning, and it was only a couple of dollars, so I was like, why not? And that is Riverkeep by Martin Stewart. I tried reading this, and I couldn't get past the first page. The dialogue in this, I just was not vibing with at all. So I'm giving this one away. I don't really feel that bad about it because I only spent like a couple of dollars on it. And it was like, hopefully it's good, but I'm not going to be super disappointed if it's not, so I don't really feel that bad about giving this one away either. Obviously, as goes with any book on haul that you ever see, me giving these books away, if they are your favorite books, is not a personal attack on you at all. If you love these books, congratulations. I am so happy for you. I obviously wanted to read them at one point, so I don't hate them. I just feel pretty indifferent, and I want to clear off my shelves and feel a little bit better, so that's why I'm doing this. That's it. That's really all there is to it, so I hope nobody got super offended, but yeah. That's everything that I have for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed and I didn't really offend anyone. I hope that you're all doing well reading-wise and mentally, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye, guys!